to do this. This is their 40th year anniversary. They're having a celebration. And because they are such an asset to the city of Scottsboro, they have asked that we do an honorary sign on the 500 block of Willis Street, which will state that this will be the unclaimed baggage boulevard, which is just an honorary sign. This is not renaming Willis Street. It's just a section that will be honored, and signs will be put up to call it the unclaimed baggage boulevard.
Okay. We have that resolution before us. We have a motion to approve that resolution.
I'll make that motion.
Motion, we have a second.
Second.
Any discussion on this item?
I have a question. So it's going to be a blue sign, honorary sign, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then the green sign that still, will the green sign still be there for Willow Street?
Yes.
Are they going to be on the same pole or what?
I guess that's what I need to discuss with whoever's in charge of sign placement in those intersections. We certainly don't want it to be conflicting in any way.
With Ronnie not being here, what they'll do is they'll just add is Ronnie here? Oh, I see you back there. I didn't see you, I'm sorry. Ronnie, would you come forward and explain that, please?
I'm not really sure how that's gonna work. We would probably have to, when we have to touch base with the state, we'll probably have to get them involved, and I don't believe it'll be a problem, but we'll just have to work with them, and whatever the signage is, then we'll put it up according to the way that they recommend it. I believe that's what we have to do.
If I can interject, the resolution in paragraph 2 states that appropriate signage demonstrating the same is hereby authorized for placement on the city right of way, which would call for the representatives of the state, the representatives of the city, and the representatives of the company to get together and locate the signs pursuant to state and federal regulations.
Thank you, Mr. Kim. Will that allow for us to be, will that take place before the celebration of our 40th anniversary?
We hope so.
We hope so.
Okay.
Do you know what day, Brenda, if you told Ronnie when you need that, do you know, or do you know yet?
By next Friday, September 3rd.
I think it was, yeah, Friday's the
We'll make that
first.
happen.
So I can touch base with you tomorrow.
We'll take care of it, and then we'll get together and put it where it needs to be.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, we have a motion and a second. Do we have, all those in favor of the resolution say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. Next item is appointment of 3 board members to the Industrial Development Board. If you would quickly report on that, Ms. O'Shields.
The terms of Joe Porch, Isaac Ashmore, and Forrest Benson will expire on the IDB August the 31st. Tonight we need to appoint by nomination 3 people to fill these positions, and this will be 6-year terms.
Okay. So at this time, we'll open the floor to nominations.
Mr. President, I'd like to nominate Steve Livingston.
I have a nomination for Mr. Steve Livingston. Any other nominations?
Mr. President, I'd like Roy Light.
Nomination for Mr. Light. Any other nominations?
Mr. President, I'd like to nominate Joe Porch.
Nomination for Mr. Porch. Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Okay, with that, the nominations will be closed. We have 3 positions and 3 members nominated to fill those positions. Can those all be in at once? Okay. So we'll do these separately. For the first position for Mr. Roy Light, if you would please roll call, Ms. O'Shields.
Mr. Bell,
Yes.
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Mr. Spears,
Yes.
Mr. Thomas,
Yes.
and Mr. Hodges.
Yes. And Mr. Light will be appointed to one of those positions. For Mr. Livingston, Associates.
Okay, Mr. Bell,
Yes.
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Mr. Spears,
Yes.
Mr. Thomas,
Yes.
and Mr. Hodges.
Yes. So Mr. Livingston will also sit in one of those positions, and for Mr. Porch, Associate.
Mr. Bell,
Yes.
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Mr. Spears,
Yes.
Mr. Thomas,
Yes.
and Mr. Hodges.
Yes. All right, so those 3 individuals will sit on the will take those terms, and those terms will end when?
They're 6 years, so
Okay.
2016.
Okay. Move on to the next item, announce vacancies on the museum board and associates.
The terms of Fran Burks, Brenda Ivy, and Steve Turner will expire on the Scottsboro Jackson County Museum Committee on September the 30th. And anyone that's interested in serving on this committee, please submit a written request by Friday, September the 17th, by 4:30 p.m.
Any comments or questions on that announcement? Next item is a bid opening for recycling and associates.
The solid waste department is in need of selling approximately 100 tons of recyclables. And we went through the bid process. We posted 2, mailed 2, and received only 1 bid back. And that was from the Trailer Group of Rainsville. And they offered to pay $10 per ton for the recyclables. So the bid review committee recommends that we award the bid to the Trailer Group at $10 per ton for approximately 100,000 tons.
Okay. 100.
100,000 tons.
100 tons to clarify?
100 tons.
We need to be sure that we, if approved this resolution, we specify 100 tons. Right. So at this time, we have that resolution before us. We have a motion to accept this resolution at 100 tons.
I'll make that motion to accept it at 100 tons.
Okay, we have a motion. Second. Any discussion on this?
Is this what we've had stored for quite a while, Mr. Booth? No, we've already moved that one. I think there was 300 or 400 ton of it. This is something.
This is what's reaccumulating.
Right. Yeah. This is it's probably a little over 100 ton, but that's what we are.
Are these the mixed recyclables, the green bag items?
It is curbside recycling, yes.
Okay. And are we still maintaining some? I guess this isn't all that we have stored up, is it?
Yes, it is right now. We were there to warehouse out back in the spring,
Okay.
the last bid. I think it was in maybe March or April, and this is what we've collected since then.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
Just paraphrases what Mr. Spears always says, go green, it pays.
It really does.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Any other comments or questions? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Next item is Mr. Granville Anderson regarding the Greater St. Paul AME Church flooding issue. Mr. Anderson with us.
Mr. President, Reverend Anderson may be detained or delayed in arriving. He's a very prompt individual. I kind of cut out earlier in that meeting. He just wanted to, I'm not sure what he wanted to describe or what he wanted to say to the council, but I do want to say I want to comment on, if I may, I can do it later in my closing statements. Maybe he will be here by then, but he's usually a prompt individual, and maybe we got him up with some extra questions or something.
We will bring this discussion up at the end if he has arrived at that time.
Yes, sir.
All right, the next item is a resolution applying for the CDBG ED grant for the Water Sewer Gas Board. Associates.
This is for the Water, Gas, and Sewer Board. They are applying for an Alabama Department of Economic and Community Affairs block grant. And I'm not really sure. Let's see. The fund, if they get the grant, it's going to be in the amount of about $400,000. And it is the responsibility of the Water, Gas, and Sewer Board to make the match, which is approximately $150,000 that they would be paying. And this is for, I think, updating some needed infrastructure in the Water, Gas, and Sewer Board.
Okay. Before proceeding, I entertain a motion to approve this resolution.
Make that motion.
Motion, do we have a second? Second. Okay. Ask Mr. Light to come forward if he would. Is there anything additional you'd like to add? I believe you spoke with us about this last week.
Yes, sir, Mr. President. We're moving right along. We've had good news today, some job development that's helping shore up our application. So yes, we need y'all to approve this so we can get our
Any questions or comments, Mr. Blake?
How much are we talking here?
$400,000 grant, $150,000 local match for a total of $550,000 project on the streets. Pretty substantial amount of money, but it's very expensive work. It's difficult.
Any other comments or questions? Thanks for the work you do on this, and this will be a very good thing for everyone.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
All right, should I have a motion and a second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.